Now I'm going to try to document this build. It's the Wolfpack's Boeing B-17C Flying Fortress. It's pre-World War II U.S. Army Air Force's heavy bomber. It's the shark fin, which I've always wanted to make one. This is 1/72nd scale, and this is the Pearl Harbor versions. And they give you three options. One that landed at, let me see, it landed at Bellows, which I was at one time in the military. The other at Wheeler, and then one that crashed before deployment to Hawaii. But the box art is awesome. I was at the hobby store in Burbank, and I saw this, and it was like, wow, I have to have it. 1/72nd scale. It was $43.99 there. Never worked with Wolfpack before. But, oh, let's see inside. Oh, it's got beautiful colored instructions. Man. Oh, pretty straightforward. Oh, look at those decals. It's the first time I've seen the Army Air Corps and the Life Preserver decals for the crew seats. That's pretty cool. One thing that always gets me on these is you got these great interior features, but how much of it can you actually see looking through the window? It's got a full bomb bay, which I think I'm going to make it with the bomb bay doors open. I think that's going to look really cool. Well, it comes with a mask template. That must mean there's a masking in here for the clear glass parts. Let's see, I haven't worked with templates before, so that should be interesting. Oh, beautiful color. I love it when they do color. I love it. It gives you the options for the aluminum or for the olive drab over gray, which olive drab over gray always wins it with me. Oh, okay, and spruce tree. We've got, okay, there's two packages. One contains the wings and the clear parts. The other one is the chassis. I mean chassis, the fuselage, and all the supporting components for that. See, my partner Max, my Barbell, he wants to help me do this. He says, "What's Dad doing?" Oh, look at this decal sheet. Ooh, nice clear decals. Yes, buddy, I know. Ooh, that is awesome. Really awesome. I'm really looking forward to making this kit. Okay, there is the masking tape, and there's a pattern in the instructions to follow to cut the masking. I've never done that before, but hey, if it makes it easier for me to make it come out, I'm going to do it. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut apart the fuselage just to see how well it fits together. Okay, I cut out my first half. I'm going to cut out my second half. I've got my handy dandy spruce cutters. So let's see how this thing fits. Well, it cut off the sprue really good, and just minimal bit of a sanding, but overall it's got a great fit. I don't think I'm going to have to do a lot of puttying. They had it was really cool. They had a little piece of sprue around each one of these little antennas, so you couldn't knock it off. I think that's really cool. And the detail on this is awesome. It's got the recessed panel lines, which I love. Rivet marks. This is going to be exciting. I can't wait to make this. I just wanted to show this quick. Look at the detail on the crew compartments. Wow, that is so detailed. If anybody's been inside a real B-17, you know these doors are wood. So I'm going to have to make sure I find the right color wood paint to paint those. But the detail on these is awesome. I love it. And look at the other side of this. Just a flat instrument panel, but of course you've got the decal for that. Look at this panel lines. Man, I love it. The floor of the pilot's compartment is... Boy, I just wish you could see the interior when this is done. Alright, I'm going to put the bomb bay assembly together first. That's actually step 2 in this, but honestly the reason why I did it first is because these parts came up first when I opened the bag, and I thought since it's a sub-assembly it's not going to make a big difference if I do one or two first. But it cut off the sprue, you know, really pretty clean. I've just got to do some minor sanding around the edges, and I think it's going to be it's going to look pretty good. And look at this bomb detail. I mean, look at those decals for your bombs. Holy cow, those are decals. I can't wait. I mean, and if anybody wonders, I'm wearing my my black gloves, and I'm not cold, but I've got arthritis, and sometimes I need it because my hands hurt when I do this small work. So let's get these filed and sanded down, and I'll get it put together. I'm going to use Tamiya liquid thin, which always works fantastic. So, well, the bomb bay assembly went together nicely. I'm just going to let it dry for a little bit, but then I'll start working on the cockpit assembly, which mounts to the front of this, and the bombardier's compartment. And once I get that all done, I'm going to put it in my spray booth, and I'm going to airbrush it dark chromite green, along with the interior of the fuselages for the bomber. It looks like, though, I'm going to, before I assemble everything, I have to put the bombs together and put the decals on and mount them in here, because once this goes together, you're not going to get a second chance at it. So, I mean, if you're going to do it and not want to display the bomb bay open and the bombs, then just make it with the bomb bay closed. You won't have to worry about any of this stuff. But no, I think it's pretty slick. I want to show the bombs. Well, there, I've got the bomb bay assembly, the cockpit assembly, and the bombardier navigator's compartment assembly all together. It really went together fairly easily. So I'm going to let it dry for a while, probably overnight, before I paint it and start to detail it out. And I think it looks great. I think it looks really good. I'm really happy with how it went together. The only thing I had a little bit of trouble with was, and this is mainly because of my fingers, is dropping the bomb sight in place, the Norton bomb sight, and the two control yokes. But I got them in. I ended up pulling out my tweezers and using that. So I'm really happy with this. I really like how this model's going together. So until tomorrow, we'll see you later.